Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Creators Outlet, episode 159, brought to you by our friends over at the Inked Marketing Team, who want us to remind you about Heel Turn Issue 1, the comic now live on Kickstarter with a whole bunch of more swag and bonus material for physical backers. I know about 20 different digital tier comics from other indie professionals were added to the campaign within like the last 24 hours. Heel Turn is where the world of professional wrestling meets Dexter. So find out what happens when a wrestler is actually killer. Get your copy today at ink.pub/heel turn. We want to remind you to please subscribe, comment, and share to us over on YouTube at youtube.com/C/creators outlet. And now we welcome our friend all the way from Portugal, MarV.
Hi, Will. Hi, everybody.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. It's been awesome, a great journey, starting a great journey for this. It's going to be 31 or 30 days. I launched my comic book, The Sin Killer. And let's see how it works. It's gonna be awesome.
Your head's still spinning, huh?
Yeah, it's super spinning.
So wow, we're gonna show that picture you sent me a little later.
Okay.
So you've been working on this for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to get you on my podcast since the first time I met you at CromCon many moons ago.
Yeah.
We were just waiting for you to get to this point to have you on, so we had something big to promote for you. And I remember last year you were gifted a tablet so you could start working on digital art to help out and move things along a little quicker for you, because I know you're a traditional artist.
Yeah, I used to be, yeah. And I did 80% of the book traditionally, and then I got the tablet, and man, that was crazy fast now. Crazy fast.
I'm like the Roadrunner.
Yeah, believe it, man. Believe it. No, this is awesome. It's a great tool. Wonderful.
So tell us about the book and a setup of the story without being too spoilery on the book.
This is what you are watching on the stream right now. That picture of the trailer on the Indiegogo campaign is that's John Paris. That was named after my father. I gave my father's name on the character, to the character. Sorry. So John was raised as a priest, and he went to Vietnam, and they were supposed to come back home after a mission, but then they fall into an ambush, and everybody was killed except John. He was supposed to die because he was going to be executed. But he unleashed his power. He always had that power. It's a story that I'm going to tell later in another book that I'm planning making. And he was supposed to be killed, but then he unleashed his power, and he brought back his friends from the dead. But there's a thing, humans have this mindset. Always seeking for revenge. You can be a good person, but there's always a dark side in each one of us. Mm-hmm. So that dark side just was amplified, and when they came back to life, they became monsters because there was no chance for them to come back home alive to their families and loved ones. So that was a trigger for their, I don't say soul, but their spirit or soul, whatever, something to be corrupted by that pain. So they became those monsters, and they killed everybody. And then there are two stories in the book. At the beginning, you see where John lives, John, Michael, and Gabriel. There's the first page, just a little bit down below. They live on a graveyard because um, John is a grave digger. He became a grave digger after Vietnam, and he lives with Michael. That's a dog, and a raven called Gabriel. And they both have powers because Michael gave them. He didn't give to any human. So that story will be told on the next book. There is already the first draft is done. I just have to after finishing everything with this book, I'll start doing the thumbnails for book number 2. And this is a self-contained story. So you will meet John, Michael, and Gabriel, and what they do. And during that story, John will go back in time and tell us a little bit of his story in Vietnam.
So you know, a little backstory and
Yeah, it's not an origin story because that's another book.
yeah,
That's just a little bit, just to know a little bit of the characters, a sneak peek, let's say a trailer, you know.
yeah. I like it better when the first issue isn't necessarily an origin story. You know, to let you find out like a little bit about the characters and stuff as you move along, and then do an origin story like a few issues in. You know, start doing flashbacks so you can
Yes.
piece things together yourself. Well, we have to tell you everything all at once, and
Yeah, no, I don't like it too. That's why I decided to make a little bit of everyone. You'll meet John and a little bit of his past. You also know that he have Michael and Gabriel by his side and what they do. And then the second book will be about Michael, his origin story, and Gabriel. And then I will make a story too about uh, how everything began. You know, I left the origin story for the end. But you know that he became a priest because there's a cover also, and the name that he had in Vietnam, he was called the Sin Killer. He had uh, on his helmet saying Sin Killer, so that was the nickname that he had in Vietnam. And yeah, that's the name that I put to the character because well, he's a priest, and it makes sense. It makes sense. But you don't go around saying I'm the Sin Killer, you know. Just let's say a title.
yeah, that would be kind of monotonous.
Yeah. It's
Hi, I'm
just
Joe. Who are you? Oh, I'm
yeah,
the Sin Killer.
yeah,
Well, I gotta go.
yeah. It's just a normal guy. I want to make him a very normal person. He have these powers, but he's not super strong. You know, he's not fast. He just got old because he was young back in Vietnam. But then when he unleashed his power, he became old, and yeah, he came back home, and some stuff then happened. He became a grave digger, but that will be in another book. But yeah, this I wanted to make something, nothing with the typical superhero on steroids. You know, that's why I don't like. One of the reasons I don't like Marvel and DC is because everybody's on steroids. Even the women are on steroids too, and that's why I love so much the Silver Age comics because the the bodies were more realistic, you know, they it wasn't that nanny culture of the gym and all the muscles, even muscles in the jaw, you know,
Yeah,
that kind of yeah. I wanted to make someone normal, someone weak because he's not a strong guy. He's an old man because of his power, and I used a friend of mine from work called Rui Silva. I used him as reference for the Sin Killer, and it was fun taking a lot of photos at work, and then coming home and draw. You know, Yeah, that was that. It was very fun, and it was a little bit very challenging also doing this because I didn't know how to finish the book. My tablet had died back then. I was supposed to start thinking, I think, on page number 5 or so, and then died. And I spent a lot of time trying to find a tablet. Shit were happening all over the place, and I wasn't able to buy one. And then guys from work made a crowdfunding, and last Christmas it wasn't fulfilled, but I got the tablet, and it was a great help, a huge help. I was able finally to finish the Sim Killer, and I have other project in my hands. Maybe very soon another story that I did, a horror story called The Witch. I'm working on trying to bring that to life too, and I'll be working on the Sim Killer, the second book.
Oh,
That's so for the best.
I'm just sharing us out everywhere and tagging people. And
Yeah, I was looking for that, but I haven't found. Where are you sharing?
I'm there. There should be a post with us in Pop's group right now.
Where? Sorry, Will.
In Pop's group in the Madness.
In Pops. Okay. If I can, I don't have the internet connection here. My internet sucks as usual, but hey.
And we're live on Periscope over on Twitter too.
Oh, nice.
So I'm tagging a whole bunch of people over there, and
Nice.
I'll take a break from the tags in a minute and take a look at the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Here we are.
Oh yeah, nice. I can see myself on the screen.
I don't know what I liked better, the images or the heavy metal riffs.
Yeah, that was from White Audio. I've been listening while I'm drawing, and yeah, well, a couple of weeks ago we posted that. That's a non-copyright song, so yeah, I was able to use it on the campaign. And yeah,
So,
the moment I heard the music, yeah,
right now,
that's sorry. My internet is failing a little bit.
So
yeah. Go ahead, Will.
we're up to $252 US. 8 backers, 33 days to go, 35% of goal.
Yeah.
Man,
so
these
far,
pages
so good.
Look great, though.
Thank you. My first time inking, my first time inking. I did a couple of drawings in the Samsung that I had a few years ago, but really inking and really in the first time coloring. So yeah, first time coloring. I did two drawings in the other tablet, but it was it. It was only 2 drawings. So yeah, this time I fully did the book. And yeah, I hope that the next one will be better and faster because I want to do it faster. I'm training for it. I'm changing my style a little bit so that I can be faster. And yeah, I really like the mood of the pages, and the black around the pages was an accident. on page 4 because I wanted to feel a place, but then everything became black, and I really enjoyed the black instead of the white. So that's it. That was
it adds kind of like it's a darker book anyhow, so it just adds more to the ambiance of the book too. So I mean, I like it.
Yeah, thanks.
And that's all that matters, is that I like it.
like Bob Ross used to say, happy mistakes, right?
Happy mistakes.
Yeah, happy mistakes.
Tell a story. Put a happy little tree here.
Oh yeah. And
there's I have the Pluto TV app because it's free, and there's actually a Bob Ross channel, and if everything going on in my head is out of control and I can't sleep and it's getting to be about 2 o'clock in the morning, I will put the Joy of Painting channel on, because just listening to his voice will put me to sleep.
No, but it's very, very peaceful too,
Yeah.
Just to listen. That's why I like to listen to podcasts. I'm drawing, and sometimes when they show something, I look at the phone. But yeah, it's very peaceful, and I can concentrate. Or if the music is, if I put metal or anything from the 80s and 70s, well, I listen more and do than drawing basically. But yeah. I'm distracted very easily, when I'm drawing. So if I have a good band to listen, I just distract myself a lot.
There we go. And I tagged Peter Simetti too. So
nice. He doesn't have a Facebook now.
No, I tagged him on Twitter.
Nice. Yeah, that was fun yesterday, man. That was fun. Yeah, Peter is. I've been a fan, man. That guy is incredible.
Yeah, I from one of the from my second LCS here in Mass, years ago, they had his first horror comic that he put out underneath his banner that he wrote, the 4 issues that
the chair
that he turned into the movie.
So
I got that whole set signed.
Wow.
And the DVD Blu-ray combo for like $10. So I was like, oh, so I basically bought a DVD and I got the comics for free. Cool.
Yeah, I had a chair, but I haven't read it yet because I lost my files, my comic book files, most of them. So I wasn't able to read everything. Yeah, unfortunately, the shipping is crazy. And Alterna have great books that I love, but I had to buy them digitally because $25 of shipping for the book is hey Pops is insane. And yeah, it's unfortunate that we can buy indie comics here in Europe
I know
much easier.
Alejandro,
Amazon.
There's another creator. He's up in Sim knows him, Simon. He's up in Canada, and Canadian shipping is ridiculously expensive as well.
For the US?
Canada?
From the Canada to the US?
Yeah, it's like $30 for a good sized box.
Your neighbors?
Yeah, they don't care.
Man, if I want to bring something from Spain, it's around $7, $8. From the UK is $12.
Yeah, just crossing the border from it. It would cost me like $20 to ship one book to Canada.
That seems stupid.
Well, because the U.S. has tariffs on Canada, and Canada has tariffs on the U.S., and their prime minister doesn't like us, and we're not too crazy about him, so they charge back and forth. The only way to get stuff back and forth as a creator reasonably from Canada to the US and ship out to US customers is there's one company, and I can't remember the name of it, but if you bring all your parcels, like all done up and everything, like all your Geminis all wrapped and addressed and everything, they'll put them in big boxes, seal up the boxes, and they'll drive them over the line into New York, and they'll go to the first post office over the border, and they'll drop ship mail them right there for you.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, it's like about $20,
Man.
And depending on the weight and how many books you send, I spent like $30 in shipping to get 5 books. I bought like 5 books off a guy in Canada. I didn't even know he was in Canada. I thought he was stateside, and I bought like 5 books that I needed off of him, and it cost me like $30 in shipping.
Oh, man, nobody thought about making a comic book cartel, something like that, to smuggle comics through the border.
Well, we got to get RJ on that too.
Oh man, smuggling comics is not drugs, so
it's not drugs, though.
Well, it's kind of drug, yeah, but it's a good one.
Oh yeah,
it's a good one.
Comic books are my crack.
Yeah, that's a T-shirt.
Yeah, okay. It should be. Yeah,
it should be a T-shirt. Yeah. Oh man, that's a shame, man. That's a shame. And one thing that I noticed is that Amazon is everywhere. It's a worldwide company. So, man, I don't know why people don't put their stuff on Amazon. Maybe is not worth it.
It's because with the way the splits are, with between you did everything but like people that have to like pay artists and pay for shipping and all that, you get like 13 cents off the dollar on your book from Amazon, because you're not doing anything. You're just once you create that account, you can post your print file there, which will let them format it so all the Kindle readers can download like the digital version, and if somebody wants a physical version, Amazon Books just prints it and ships it. So it's basically set up like a print on demand.
Okay.
They don't have a warehouse full of books, unless it's like a specialty item, like signed editions or something. They'll have those in stock, but most of the books that are up there are print on it's basically on a print on demand basis.
It's a shame because a lot of artists have international audiences, and that's a shame.
Yeah, well, it's good. Once the book's been out a while, if you want to look into getting it up on Amazon, just so people could, get it printed on demand, you basically wouldn't have to do anything. You'd just get, however much Amazon is going to let you have for your own book because they're gonna take out the cost of printing, all the shipping, the actual shipping cost, and the cost for the like the bubble wrap and the Gemini mailer and everything to ship it out too. So. So this first tier right here is 12 euros, 14 USD, 32 pages, full color, uncoated paper, and 2 stickers.
Yeah, I'm working on that, on the stickers. Maybe it will be in the tier, there's John with his hands up. It will be something like that, maybe. Cool. And it will be a sinner also. So I'm working on the stickers. But yeah, it will have two stickers.
And the PDF for people that prefer digital or are so far away, like Australia, that they can't really afford the shipping for it. Uh, it's €4 or $5, and you got a retailer tier.
Yeah, that was Mike's Jimmy idea of making that tier, and yeah, I have already one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody already got one, and
yeah,
what is it? 10 copies?
yeah, 58% off.
10 copies, €50 or 59 USD. Man, I should just become a retailer. It'd be cheaper for me.
And that is ink wash. This is traditional ink wash over digital.
Nice.
That's one of that's the past. I put several styles. You have the present, that's the first page, and the present story is in that style. The past is with those tones, and then when the sinners comes start attacking the Viet Congs, it will be like red because because John, when he uses powers, he becomes blind. He doesn't see anything than what the others are seeing. So he don't know what is happening around him, just close to him, but he knows what the sinners are doing. So when Michael and Gabriel are using their powers, he stays blind and he sees what they see only.
Wow, that page is intense, dude.
Thanks. That's the guy who was supposed to kill John,
Mm-hmm.
and then one of the sinners just
He's
cuts
just
him
he's just
in the head.
gonna get him out of the way because
Yeah, yeah,
we don't like what he's gonna do. So
yeah, yeah. That's what happens to the guy.
wow.
One of the stickers, I think, will be. I'm between two sinners. One of the stickers, I'm thinking about the sinner of the middle, the one who says home, with the
Mm-hmm.
guy. Yeah, one of the stickers I'm thinking about doing that guy.
I thought what would make like a really good sticker would be John's hand with the blood dripping down, holding the cross.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really cool.
Nice, nice. I'll work on that. Yeah, I'll work on that. Thanks.
The creative team is me.
Oh yeah. So that's the panel that I improved yesterday.
Oh.
I didn't like the how it turned out.
Mm-hmm.
I put there, but maybe later I will change it. And yeah, I didn't like the color of the hand. I didn't like the color of John. I didn't like the colors of almost everything behind, besides the floor and the ground and the background. The rest I changed everything yesterday so that gave a little more of impact and turned out okay. I will do that at print.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's neat. Artist, you're never happy with anything.
No, when I finished the book, I said to my wife, I might do another page, and she said, no, no way, finish it. You're done. Don't do anything else. So I was going to continue putting pages and pages because this was a 22 page,
Mm-hmm.
but then I was advised to make a 32 page. So yeah, I worked on that, and yeah, that's Michael in front, the dog, John behind, Gabriel and his flock, Gabriel is the leader of his flock, and yeah, they just do nasty things to guys, to bad guys.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's like a jaw, just like it
Yeah,
opened more jaw.
that's one of the dogs. That's one of the brothers of Michael. Michael had to kill his brother. That will be in another story, because he was a fighting dog called Thor. He
Hmm.
was raised to fight other dogs. You know that lifestyle, crazy lifestyle, and he was a champion. But one day he lost. So his owner, he was very attached to his owner because his owner was always with him. And when he was fighting after the fights, he was always healing him and taking care of him. But when he lost, he heard his owner say that he was going to be put down. So that broke his heart, and he was able to escape. And he ran to John's house. John found him outside his door, and he saw through his eyes his life. And when the goons of his owner came to finish the job, John gave powers to Mike. And man, that story is gonna be told anyway, man. I'm so thrilled about this character. I love John, I love Michael, I love Gabriel, but Michael have a super awesome story, man. That I can't wait to start doing it, man.
More and more and more and more
Oh yeah,
books.
that's an IP. That's a story that I want to really dig in, because I believe this is a good story to tell. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, you're just getting started here too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I know Randy and everybody is shipping out the Indie Volt Revolt, where you had like an 8-page black and white.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's just
picture.
of the main story of the book.
So it'll anybody that got that will get introduced to it, and if they're paying attention, they're going to be like, oh, this whole thing's in color, and there's twice as many pages.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That was a good way to put it. You know, people who bought the Indie Vault book, if they like and want to know more about the Sin Killer, they can buy this one. They can buy Revelation, and later on, when the story, that H-page story, will come out, I hope in the Indie Vault magazine. That will be another way to publicize the book, and people will, if they really enjoy the short story, they might enjoy this book, and maybe I'll get the Sin Killer out there more and more. Who knows? Yeah, that would be awesome.
yeah, that would be great too.
Yeah.
Are you guys thinking about any stretch goals? If you
I'm still. This is my first campaign, man. I wanted to keep it very simple, because I want to fulfill the campaign. The backer number one, and you know who, right? Mike Jimmy got this
yeah,
piece. He's gonna get this piece with this book. So backer number one got this, and Becker. When I reach 25, if I reach 25, they will get John this original piece too. I will choose somebody from the 25 backers. And I have more pieces. I have this ink wash too, with a couple of guys from Vietnam. That will be at 50. Yeah, let me show from the beginning. So backer number one was already chosen. That's McJimmy. This will be for backer 25, not for backer 25. If I reach 25 backers, one of them will get this one, except number one, of course. And then at 50, except number one and number 25 will get this ink wash. And then I have also this piece. for 75. But if I reach
Nice.
75,
Oh, I like that one.
that's a Gabriel attacking, finishing the guy. Michael and John behind. And I will have also at 100, this one, this ink wash
Oh,
also.
that's sweet, man.
And then after that, I have a bunch of other art pieces. So yeah, just keep backing, right? And
Keep backing, and you'll keep
keep
tossing
backing, and you
more.
keep having more war stuff and original art. I want to give as much people as I can. And Pop's got one too. This will be for you. I will send this one for you.
Oh, wow.
So you like that panel? So I will send this one for you. Let
Oh,
me put
cool.
this aside, and I'll send you the digital in better quality, the digital file, and yeah, that's for you, Will. So yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm gonna put next to Mac Jimmy's because I have already selected. I've already selected for these pieces. So yeah, I have a bunch of cool art to give. So at the end of the book, I'm
Yeah,
gonna see what I'm going to do with what I have here. So
yeah, and if you get there, there's probably going to be people that are going to be looking to buy original art too.
no, right now I'm not thinking about it. I just want to give the piece that I have just for the fun of it. I've done what I wanted to do. I already done it, making the book. All I need is to print it. So I'm done with it's been 2 years, man, and I'm so grateful for everything that happened in these 2 past years. I've met wonderful people here and in the United States and in England and also in Peru. So yeah, I got my very first fan art from Peru by Elite Rodriguez. It's gonna be on the book too. One
Oh,
page will
nice.
be for that, yeah. And yeah, man, I've been lucky, man. I've been so lucky lately, and everybody has been so supportive. And yeah, I can say thank you enough to everybody.
Oh, it's a great time to be a comics fan. With all,
Yeah,
there's so much indie stuff though.
yeah.
I'm like, there's so much stuff that I like to get behind, but I just can't do it. I was like, oh man, it's just crazy. I'm selling books this week. I got a sale. It's like halfway through, and the guy that I do the OK Boomer podcast with, where we go through and we read like gold and silver and bronze age books,
Hmm.
and sometimes some copper. This week we're doing Sandman #1, the original Volume 1, the like, which was basically just the prelude to the first chapter
Hmm.
from Gaiman, and he saw that I put the sale up, and he went over. He bought like he bid on like 10 books like right away,
Well,
and I'm like, man, I'm glad you got that promotion at work. I got a lot more stuff to move here. I sell the books that I had and that I've read and have enjoyed in the past, and I'm like really not interested in them anymore. And
hmm.
I'm basically trading them.
For
I'm
the books, yeah.
I'm basically trading them for other books. Yeah, I'm like, I'll sell this batch to these people, and then that money's in. I go, ooh, I got to get this book. Boom.
Yeah, unfortunately, here where I'm living. My wife. That's my wife. Yeah, she's been awesome too. Always supportive, and yeah, it's been.
If I didn't say it was enough, the book wouldn't come out till next year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was always putting something. She said, "I know, stop it, don't do it now." anything more. That's
Yeah,
it.
artists are never satisfied. You always want to go back and touch up this or redo that. And I know because Simon turned around and he redid his entire. He was getting ready to release his book,
Hmm.
Tales from the Netverse, and they went back and redid the entire book.
Wow.
He redid like all the art, the lettering, the dialogue. He got new colorists, added like a dozen, close to a dozen pages, and
Hmm.
now that that's done and that's about to close up, he's about to open a second chance one because all the people that have already jumped onto his campaign are like, dude, it would be awesome if there was just a black and white one with just like your original line art in it.
And bang. Yeah.
And like over 40 people said that they want, like 42 people like 2 weeks ago said that they wanted it in a poll he put up. And I'm like, so new campaign, black and white edition? He goes, yeah. I go, well, what if we want both? He goes, well, you can buy both.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how is. I'm gonna try to turn this book in black and white one of these days. Yeah, if after the third one, yeah, that was one thing that I wanted to make. At first, it was supposed to be only black and white, but I love so much EC comics, and all those crazy horror
Mm-hmm.
comics back in the day that then I had to color it. Yeah, but only with flat colors. No
It's
crazy, no crazy,
it
crazy
looks
effects or whatever.
it just looks amazing, man. You did a wonderful job,
Thank you.
and uh, you know I really dig the concept. Uh, might have something to do with that. I'm a diehard Crow fan, and
Yeah,
there might be a
yeah,
little bit of Crow in here.
yes, yes. At the beginning, man, at the beginning, this was a knockoff of the Crow, but basically a knockoff, just right there. The lead singer of the Cult, of the band, the British band, the Cult,
Yeah.
Ian Astbury. Yeah. Well, I was using him as reference. Long hair, and I always loved the Cult since I was a kid. And I did a few pages, and I just started feeling that I had a Liefeld syndrome, like I call it. And I sit back and I ask myself, what the fuck are you doing, man? This is not a comic. This is a ripoff, man. This is a ripoff. And yeah, I sit back. I thought it for a while. What I do love about comics, what I don't like, and I put the pros and cons of it, and yeah, I start all over again. And yeah, it's funny. I was hearing Dave Matthews Band. I love Dave Matthews, and I was listening to Gravedigger. I don't know if you know that song.
Yeah.
And bang, the story just began to uh, to form, right? And then yeah, he's gonna be a grave digger. The concept is the same. You bring back people from the dead, and then I needed a place for him to live. Where in the church, here, there, and then I just start hearing Cemetery Gates by Pantera.
Mm-hmm.
Bang, yeah, he lives in the graveyard. That's it. And the crow, Gabriel is the crow. Is the crow from the crow. Let's say it's an homage to the crow. And then a buddy of mine, Rui Silva, began to work with me. And I was looking at him. He was so expressive, and I love his physiognomy. And I asked him, "Hey, do you want to be the character of my book?" And he said, "Yeah, man, sure, why not?" And
Why would you not want to be in a comic book?
yeah, and he's been very very excited about this, and yeah, and then Randy invited me for the Indie Vault Revolt, and a buddy of mine called Ricardo Freire, who is graphic designer. He created the two logos and helped me to finish the 8 pages of the In the Volt Revolt story, because at the time I didn't have everything was traditional, like I showed before, and I needed some help on the digital part, and he put the pages together, give me some tips, some advices, and thanks to him too, I was able to have my first credit as a comic book creator. Then the craziest thing happened back in last Christmas, and man, I just man, I won't stop. I can't stop. I don't care if we are invaded by aliens. So I'll continue the story, and I want to finish
If
the
we get
story.
invaded by aliens, MarV is just going to draw a couple of them in, and
Oh
the Sin Killer crew will take them out.
yeah, yeah,
So I mean, I'm excited for this. I was thinking like just like looking at this screen, like stuff to do for like maybe next issue. Because I know you want to keep it nice and simple. You want to wrap this up. You're not going
yeah.
to extend it. You're going to just keep it to the 30 days. And
Yes, yes.
once it's done and funded,
Finished.
finished,
No, yeah, no, no on demand, nothing.
right
Just
right to print and
right to print, right to shipping, and second one coming out,
right
coming up
away.
soon, right away. Yeah, I want to work on that one.
Well, you
Michael had
what?
a story.
Linda will know where you always are. You're always going to be in your little art room drawing the
Yeah.
next issue.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to do for life. I have a day job. I love what I do. Actually, I really enjoy working at the factory that I work with, that I work on. But man, this is a dream come true since I was a kid. Everybody wanted to be. I only had Marvel and DC here. A small town. Uh, the local grocery on the village that I live had the comics there, and some Italian comics too, westerns. But when I start looking
Oh,
at,
from Panini.
yeah, Tex,
Yeah.
Zagor, some Phantom too,
Oh,
I love Phantom.
Phantom.
I love the Phantom. Uh, and yeah, that great old days. I was all most of my life. I've been a lonely kid because I nobody loved comics at school or whatever. I was always with my books of comics in the middle of the school books. And always everywhere I was, everywhere I go, I had at least one comic. Doesn't matter if I was going on the bus, school, whatever. Always with comics in my hands. And yeah, my neighbor actually back then when I was 8 years old, he showed me what Marvel and DC was. My father was a comic. I believe he was a comic book collector because I still have some of these books from the 80s and the 70s. And we moved a lot, and I've lost a bunch of them. And I had at a very young age um, comics at home, but I didn't know what was Marvel and DC back then. I knew about Spider-Man. I thought it was cool. The first book that I had from that my father had that I remember was a story with the Punisher, Spider-Man, and Nightcrawler. That
Oh
was
yeah, yeah.
his thing.
I
And
know that issue. One with the
yeah,
cable car.
yes, and the other book that I remember back then was Torpedo versus Daredevil. That was
Oh yeah.
I believe one of those two books was the first book that I can remember of superheroes. Because we had Asterix, Tintin, a bunch of Belgium and European comics back home, but. Yeah. I believe my father was a comic book collector. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be able to get all these books and know more about him about the comics, why he have comics, why I have an anthology for 1986, I think, and why I have so many great comics here on my drawing table. But yeah, I grew up with comics, and later when I came from France to Portugal, I was moving a lot, from home to home, because my parents was immigrants and my father wanted me to be educated here in Portugal and do my studies here. So I move a lot between family, friends, and family, friends, whatever, where I was able to be, and and I used to be surrounded by books, and especially those books from Asian civilizations, when you have those crazy illustrations, with Egyptians and the Mayans, all those crazy drawings with dinosaurs. I grew up with watching those kind of illustrations, and I started drawing because I fell in love with drawing. And later on, I found out about Marvel, DC, and that was another passion. And I started tracing everything that I could find, and then I started drawing, mimicking other artists, Jean Buscema, Gil Kane, Barry Winston Smith, Sal Buscema, Gene Colan, all those great guys.
The
And
greats from Marvel.
yeah. And then when the internet came to my life, right? I was able to know other artists from back in the day, and Bernie Wrightson, and other guys. And then I fell in love with Alex Ross. That was a huge back in the 90s.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was a huge, huge, huge influence in my art, because then I started to learn how to. I'm self-taught. I don't have any master's degree or whatever. And when I saw at the grocery store Marvels, the first issue, I just got blown away, man. And I got that, and I got Kingdom Come, and looking at that, and then watching those videos on YouTube and practicing every day, 4 or 5 hours a day, each and every single day, drawing and drawing and drawing to improve my abilities. And yeah, and I've got to say one thing: drawing, illustration is easy, very easy to do a drawing, very easy for me to draw anything. I use references, of course, but it's very easy to draw. But making a comic, man,
Not so easy.
That's war. That's war. That's not a walk in the park. I can be on the beach and draw what I see, but making a comic, that's war, man. That's a different.
The sequential art and everything is tough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why many people just keep making fine art, because comics is it's another battle.
It's a whole new level. Either that, or they dub themselves a cover artist, so they only have to draw one static shot.
Yeah. I found very difficult to make a comic, but now I'm beginning to understand. I'm beginning to understand. I know that I should have done some things on this book, but I'm very satisfied for the first book that I make. I think I think I could have done better. I could have done a little bit more, but I think 2 years is enough. This is exhausting. It was exhausting for one reason, because I haven't had the chance to do it as I was supposed to do. I spent too much time because I didn't have the tools to make it. But now I have the tools, and that's a different story.
And things are only going to go up from here.
Thank you.
You just launched a couple days ago. You're already like 35%.
Yeah, I put a very low.
Yeah, you did the flexible goal, 7-11.
Yeah, because I want to be done with this. If I want to print it, ship it, and that's it. I want to have it in my hands. I want to make a party about it.
Start the next thing.
Oh yeah, starting that thing, and yeah, let's see how this ride is going. And yeah, this book is also dedicated to my father. And yeah, that's yeah, it's been crazy lately.
Yeah, this is a great project. As much as you've wanted to be done with this book, we've all been waiting for you to be done with this book so we could pledge on it and get copies. So
Yeah, thanks.
it's I've been I've been excited for this, and I know Sean Howe that I do the art show with on Wednesday night has been waiting for this because I told him I go Mars releasing his Sin Killer book. It's his tribute to the Crow and
Yeah.
a whole bunch of other stuff. And he's like, and I showed him that static shot of the priest holding the rosary beads with the cross with all the blood coming down.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, that looks cool." He goes, "I might have to
Thank
do
you.
something." So he might do a homage piece for you.
Awesome.
Hey, it's Doris. Hi, Doris. How
Hey,
are you?
Doris. No, you're still in time. Still in time. And there is always a replay. You can watch the replay too later.
You can watch the replay. You'll be able to download the podcast because I will be downloading the video and the audio of this, and it'll be going up to my podcast platform. And you can download it anywhere you get your podcasts. I sound like such a commercial, Marv.
Yeah, but that's awesome. That's awesome because we are 5 hours apart from each other, and yeah, it's great to come home. Be a little bit with my wife and Flash. Flash is my dog, and then I just go to YouTube and see the shows that I've missed while drawing. And yeah, this is awesome to. This is awesome to do while drawing, listening and learning because
yeah,
we learn a lot with those
I
podcasts.
usually put one on. Like I'll either scroll around and look for something either on my phone or tablet, depending on which one is charging.
Mm-hmm.
And on YouTube, I got the little button so I can tap it and link it to my Fire Stick on my big TV,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll put it up there on the TV, and I'll turn the audio down so it's not like really really loud, but I can hear it, and then I'll just start reading stuff that I have to do for the show or books. I got my copy of Blood and Bullets #1 in from Monty Moore today, and I'm reading that, and I'm also finishing reading Only Death Can Save Us by Russ Leach.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, I got that one.
Oh yeah, I got it, and I was like all excited. I got the Four Horsemen character cards and the black and white print and everything. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah,
the book looks cool, and it's got a nice satin finish on it, but it's the cover is slippery.
Yeah, I love how it turned out. Yeah, uncoated paper, and one you should look at is Lady Satan by Lucifer Storm. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to back the physical, but I backed the digital. The physical I wanted because I don't know if you heard about it. Lady Satan, yeah.
The evidence box.
The one with the tape with the crimson tape on. That one.
It comes as an evidence box from the police.
Yes,
and they just leave it on your doorstep. I'm like,
Yeah, that must be also cool. I saw that book coming alive too, and yeah, I didn't have a chance to back the physical. I backed the digital, but I want the physical, and it's gonna be more of Lucifer. He's working now with Christian Rossi from Alternate Comics on a new comic, and he's doing great comics too. But Lady Satan, it's one of the books that I'm looking for read.
Hail Hex Allen!
Hey Hex, and Dincantessi. I'm waiting for Dincantessi too. Yeah, maybe. And Rich is doing the second one. but I'm waiting for the one that I backed on Indiegogo.
Yeah,
because I prefer Indiegogo than Kickstarter, because I pay, that's it. I know the money that I have, and I prefer Indiegogo. And that's the comics that I'm waiting.
Yeah, I still got the number ones from Rich on the way. He just did a sketch of 3 Jokers. He did like one in the front and then 2 on the sides. Mm-hmm. He did Cesar Romero up front, and then he did Heath Ledger on one side and Joaquin Phoenix on the other side. Mm-hmm. There was a problem with the mail, and I didn't get my number one, so he's sending me copies in a sketch, and it's gonna be, I have to sign for it. Mm-hmm. to make sure I get it. So there's tracking on it, and I'm waiting for the Indiegogo too for his. There's so many things that I want. I gotta space them out a little bit. I go, well, Rich is done in about another week and a half, and then he's going over to Indiegogo. So I'll have about 2 or 3 weeks to sell a whole bunch more stuff, so I can throw money on my card and pay that. I feel like Mike Jimmy all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mike Jimmy and Rich, they have they have always energy. They are always with the batteries full. Mm-hmm. It's incredible to watch them draw, because they are always thing, always drawing.
I was gonna say, to be young again, but Rich isn't that young. But Mike is.
Mike is very young.
It's like he's fooling us with that big full beard. Mm-hmm. Making us think that he's at least 40 years old or something. No, he's
30,
just barely 20.
Barely 20, yeah.
Yeah, he's barely out of diapers.
Yeah, I want to do more stuff. I wanted to get this first book out of my back. I'm almost on my 50s, and I want to do more and more. I think I've lost too many time.
Yeah, well, me too. I'm 52 this year, so I'm like, what am I going to do now? I spent 30 years DJing in nightclubs, and all they got left for it is like some DJ equipment and a couple of racks of vinyl and way too many CDs.
Yeah, but back in the day, that was very cool to be a DJ, because the music was awesome. Now it's just crap. I don't listen to any music from now. I just listen to new music only from the old guys, because the rest I don't. Sometimes there is a band or a singer or whatever, but 95% of the music today is just the same shit. It's just like the movies, always the same shit.
Garbage.
Yeah, garbage. Yes.
So, Marv, this is awesome. I can't wait to have the money so I can back this book.
Great, thank you.
Hopefully, by this weekend, maybe.
Thank you.
Thank you. It looks great, and people need to get behind this. The link is in the chat. It's also in the description, either up above or down below, depending on where you're watching us. Don't forget, from now on, Creators Outlet goes live on Periscope on Twitter, as long as there is a Periscope, and also on my podcast page, Joker 1969, on Facebook, and on Creators Outlet on YouTube. It also gets shared, of course, to the Comic Book Madness. The Outright Geekery page still has all the episodes up there as well. If you can't find one, DM me, and I'll send you a copy. It's as easy as that. So, Marv, I want to thank you very much for coming out and hanging out with us.
Thank you. I'm the one who should be thanking you. Thank you.
I appreciate what you do, and this is, things are just going up from here. But now go spend some time with Linda and the dog, and relax for a little bit. Take a breather. I'm gonna go take a nap because I got to do another show at 9 o'clock tonight. So
Okay.
I got let's see, what time is it? 2. Yeah, I got about 4 hours between now and the next show. So
Here is 7 p.m. and I'm going to relax a little bit, and I'm gonna continue to improve a couple of panels that I have to do, and then I'll have to do the tombstone, and John and Michael near that, because it's gonna be a thank you page for the backers on the book. So yeah, still have a couple of
that'll
things
be
to
cool.
do.
That'll be very cool.
Awesome.
But thank you very much, everybody. Make sure you follow MarV, and you can follow his. What's your YouTube page?
MarV Artwork, I think, but I'm too lazy for YouTube. So it's too lazy. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. Just hashtag the Singular Comic Book, and you will find me on Instagram, because I was supposed to put only MarV, but on Facebook I had to put, I don't know why, my last name, so it's a little bit complicated to spell it. So hashtag the Singular Comic Book on Facebook and Instagram, and you will find me there. And Twitter, I have to go back there because there are great people there, but unfortunately Twitter just move a little away from my life. But I gotta go back, so that's it.
Well, you were on Twitter today. There are a bunch of people watching and checking it out, so
Thanks.
hopefully it'll pass on. And I've been getting good views on Twitter through Periscope for the show. So
nice.
It'll all be good. But once again, thank you, and I will be back later on tonight with another episode. Everybody have a great rest of the day. MarV, have a great night, because I know you live in the future.
Oh yeah, in the future.
You live in the future. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
No, nothing
Okay,
happened.
I must have taken a nap.
Yeah, you can relax. Nothing is happening in the future. So yeah.